Hello students, in this video presentation we are going to discuss another one topic from the 5th unit of Python programming. So the topic is reading and writing a file. We are going to see what are all the methods are available in Python to read a file and to write a file from our Python programming. So there are two main methods are there to access the data from the file. They are read method and write method. So let us see about the read method. So the read method is used to read a string from an opened file. So always initially we will open the file and we will create one file object for a file. The file object will act like variable. So the file object is the variable name we have to create for a file. After that, when we use any methods for a particular file, we have to mention the file with the file object only. So the syntax for using the read method is file object dot read of count. Here count is the only one argument used along with the read method. Here the count will represent the number of bytes to be read from the opened file. So we can mention the number of characters we want to read from the file as a parameter of the read method. For example, we are going to see one file sample.txt, the file having the content, text content, problem solving and Python programming. And now we are going to read the file. First of all, we are opening the file f equal to open off. We are opening the file in a read mode. So all of you note down the second argument in the file open R. We are mentioning R. R means we want to open the file for read only. Next, we have using some string variables to store the content read from the file. str1 equal to f dot read of 10. That means f dot read of 10 means f is the file object we have created for the file sample.txt. Read of 10, we have mentioned 10 characters, count 10 value. We want to get first 10 characters from the file. So always when we go through the file, when the Python program refer the file, there will be one file object will be maintained. So based upon the referring through the continuous characters, the file object will be moved on into the file. So by the first read operation, the first 10 characters will be retrieved from the file and it will be stored into the string variable str1. Again we are doing the same read operation. str2 equal to f dot read of 20. Here now after reading first time, now the file pointer will be at the 11th character of the file. The file pointer will be placed at the 11th character. Now from the 11th character, during the second read operation, from the 11th character the data will be read out up to the 20th character. So 11th character to 20th character will be read out and stored into the second string variable str2. Now after performing the second read operation, now the file object will be placed at the 21st character in the file. Again we are reading with the read method and now we are applying the count 30. 30 means it represents the file object position. Now 21st, the characters from the 21st position to the 30th position will be read and retrieved and stored into the variable str3. So the contents will be we have read the contents from the file and we are taking the contents into our program and we are saving the content into the particular different variables. 3 times we have apply the read operation. So as a result of the read operation, the contents will be retrieved and stored into the different string variables. Then we are printing the contents present in the string variable str1, 2 and 3. And finally we are closing the file f dot close. and we are seeing the output of the previous program. So by the first print statement we will get the output like this. Read string is str1 will have the first 10 characters, that is problem space so. Remember one thing, the white space will be considered as a character, that is called as white space character. Also one count will be added for that. Okay, white space will be considered as a one character, white space character. So including the white space, totally 10 characters will be retrieved in the str1. Then as a result of the second print operation, we have got the characters like LV, ING and Python Pro. And as a result of the third print statement, we have got the characters like GRAMM, ING. So likewise, we can apply the read method. Next, we can see about the write method. Write method is used to write something, write a string from an opened file. We can write something onto the file. We can edit the file. So here the syntax is file object dot write of string. Here we have to mention the string we want to write into the file. The content will be acting as the argument here. So again we are going to see one example for the write method. F equal to open of. We are opening on file named as test.txt. In the mode we have applied the mode W+. And we are in the next statement, what we are doing is we have applied the write method, that is f.write of. This is my first file. So this is my first file is the string content. We are going to write on the file test.txt. So likewise we have to apply the write method, f.write of. Inside the bracket we have to apply the give the content. On the same line we are printing the return value of the write method. That is, we will write the thing, we will write the content, and the return value produced by the write method will be printed directly by the same statement by using the print statement. Okay, and next we are printing the, so otherwise we can apply the read method to check the content present in the file. So for that we are apply the read method inside the print statement, that is print f.readof. Print f.readof. Now what will happen is the return value produced from the read method will be printed as the output. Okay, print f.readof will print the return value produced from the method read, and finally we are closing the file. So in the output we will get the statement, that is the statement present in the particular file. Initially the file is empty. Okay, initially test.txt is empty file. We have written one statement, this is my first file, and we are checking after writing that we are reading the file. When we read the file, the content will be, the text content will be, text content present in the file will be read and retrieved, and it will be printed by the print statement. So what we have get it, actually what is present in the file will be, we will get as an output. Next we are going to see some more methods available for read operation. There are two more methods are there to perform the read operation. First one is read line, second one is read lines. S is the only difference. First one is the read line method. The read line method, it will return a string of characters that contains a single line of information from the file. To read a single line, the read line method is used to read a single line from the file. The syntax is file object dot readline. Consider one file. We are having an example file test.txt. The file having 3 lines. This is the first line in the file. This is the second line in the file. This is the third line in the file. So this is actually the content present in the file. The file having 3 lines. Okay. Now the Python code is, we are going to apply the readline method. F equal to open off. We are opening on file in read mode and we are applying the readline method. And directly we are printing the return value produced from the readline method. Okay, print f dot readline off. So now what will happen is the readline method will read the single line, that is first single line from the file. So we will get the first line as the output. The first line, the output will get printed by the print statement. This is the first line in the file and we are closing the file. Now the second method is read lines. This is used to return a, actually by this method we can get all the lines from the file. But the lines will be listed out in as the list fashion. That is, it is used to return a list containing all the lines. The lines will be separated by the special character /n. Syntax is file object dot read lines. Now you can see the source code. F equal to open off. We are opening the file in read mode and we are applying the read lines method. And directly we are printing the return value produced by the read lines method. Now we can see the output. Here by this fashion we will get the output, like that is, we can get all the lines, but the lines are separated by comma. Lines will be enclosed within square bracket. That is, actually this is called as list, no? List. So in a list fashion we will get the output. The lines will be separated by comma. Each line ends with special character /n. So like this manner we will get the output of read lines method. Next, one more concept we are going to see, looping over a file object. Here one possible option is there to get the lines from the file. By using the for loop also we can get the lines, individual lines from the file. Okay. And the one program can be asked in this manner, that is, write a program to read a file without using the read function. By using the for loop, we can read the lines, individual lines, without using the read function. It is otherwise called as looping over a file object. So for that also, in the source code we have to open the file, then we have to use the for loop. In the for loop, normally you might have studied about the for loop. For normal common format of the for loop is for iterating variable in sequence, isn't it? Here we have to use the file object as the sequence, since the for loop is going to take the values, take the lines from the file, isn't it? So the file object have to be used as the sequence in the for loop. And line means here each and every line, during every iteration the individual lines will be taken by the for loop. And inside the for loop we are printing the particular line. So first time the line will get the first line from the file. So this is the first line in the file. So here we have to think one more thing, how many times the for loop will get executed. It is based upon the number of lines present in the file. So as per our file having 3 lines, no? So the for loop gets executed in 3 times. First time the first line will be produced in the line variable. Line is the iterating variable. So the first line will be printed by the print statement. During the second iteration, the second line will be taken by the for loop and it will be printed. During the third iteration, third line will be taken into the iterating variable and it will be printed. So this is the way we can read the lines from the file using the for loop. And one more method is there to access the file using access the file, and we can use the with statement. With statement is used to open the file. Okay. The syntax is with open of. The open should have one argument. So the file name should be the argument inside that as file. Here file is nothing but the file object we have to mention for this particular file. Okay, the syntax is with open of, file name as file. File is the file object, and we can see the example. With open of, we are mentioning the file name, that is test.txt as f. F is the file object we have created for this file, and we are using the for loop to iterate over the file and to get the individual lines from the file. For line in f, print line. So we are getting each time during each execution of the for loop, we will get individual lines from the file, and it will be printed by the print statement. And now we can see the possible university questions in this topic. Explain the file read and write methods with examples. So again we have to explain the read write methods with the possible examples, coding. For every concept we have to write the program examples. Okay, we have to write the source code example for read and write operation. You can write your own examples. And also one more possible question is program to read a file without using read function. Okay, so for that we have to explain how the for loop can be used to retrieve the lines from the file. That we have to explain for this question. Okay, that's all about the topic. You can see the topic in next videos. Thank you.